Hello! Didn't see you there. Shalom and welcome to Comics and Vegtables. Comics because we sell comics, and vegetables, well, we're still trying to figure that part out. Comics used to be hard to come by in Israel, until 2000 when Danny and Yuval opened up a website dedicated to the fledgling comic book community. Over time, the business has expanded from market stalls in shopping centers to a small but friendly corner store in 2004, and finally, in 2005, to the more spacious shop you see before you. Our display window looks out onto a busy Tel Aviv high street. Our display window looks out onto a busy Tel Aviv high street and is filled with toys, action figures and statues from the latest films, trends and comics, of course, and is built in a way that we hope will attract comic book audiences of all ages. Right. Here we have the new arrivals, in our opinion the heart of every comic book shop. We used to have a smaller wall, but because there's just so many of them, we had to get a bigger one, and we get the new arrivals every Wednesday, Comic Book Wednesday, just like every other place in the world. We've arranged them with Marvel on this side, DC on this side, and the small press over there. Each week after the new arrivals section is renewed, the older issues go into these alphabetically arranged containers. Issues that sit in the container for a long time get placed here in our quarter bin, 5 shekels per issue, or for you people in America, $1. Now we come to the biggest part of the store, the trade paperbacks. New trades are placed here in the center so that they are easily accessible to people who've just come into the store. Vertigo get their own section because they are very, very popular with the local crowd. DC and Wildstorm are placed over here, and Marvel over here. And of course, for the shopper's convenience, everything is arranged alphabetically. As you all know, in recent years, there have been more and more comics coming out in hardcover, especially Marvel comics, which we have placed over here in their own section, including a section devoted to Iron Man comics because the movies are very popular here. Because we're in Israel, we've got a section dedicated to comics dealing with matters relating to Israel and to Jewish culture and history, such as, of course, Maus, Exit Wounds, and the late, great Will Eisner. As a special treat for all those traditionalists who don't want to wait for each issue each week and who don't like reading the trades, we collect up entire storylines in single-issue format and bundle them together at a special price. Here we have our second-hand section, and the part which we're particularly proud of, our back issue section with an emphasis on comics from the 80s and 90s at attractive prices. We pride ourselves in holding many of these smaller press publications, including Image, Dark Horse, Dynamite, IDW, Top Shelf, and many others. Over the years, we've discovered that our audience loves alternative comics, so we try to stock up on as many of these as we can, ordering new titles as they come, including art books, instructional manuals, a comedy section, and popular titles such as Essex County, Berlin, and Persepolis. To cater to Israel's large manga reading community, we try to stock up on popular titles such as One Piece, Death Note, Full Metal Alchemist, and many more. We arrange the mangas with the more mature titles up here where children can't read them, popular titles here, and the rest arranged alphabetically for convenience. We've also got discounted mangas here at the bottom. Here in the Israeli comic book section is where CNV really comes into its own by showcasing local artists, be they established creators like Uri Fink or Dorit Mayagur, or more up-and-coming alternative artists who print out their comics in limited runs on their home printers. The shop's owners even have a hand in their own comics about an Israeli superhero called Falafel Man. A major source of pride for us here in Comics and Vegtables is the Comics for All initiative, where we work to bring the wonderful world of comics to sick and underprivileged children. With the kind help of local artists, we hold drawing lessons and other fun comic book related activities in youth centers and hospitals around the country. Throughout the shop you'll find a large selection of toys, collectibles, dolls, action figures, you name it, from comics, movies and popular culture, including Gizmo here, who you really shouldn't feed after midnight, and please, please, please don't get it in the water, we've had trouble. So, that's it from all of us here at Comics and Vegetables in sunny Tel Aviv, Israel. We thank you so much for giving us once more the opportunity to show off our little store, and if you're ever in the neighborhood, pop by! Say shalom, boys!
מעשה אומנות או מעשה יום יום אני עוזב היום לה 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 לה